Well, when you're in the cockpit of a jet, you can't really afford to be hesitant when it comes to making decisions, right? So it only follows, logically, that pilots know a thing or two about how to become better and more confident decision makers. Now, this morning, Dr. Mike Smith joins us over Zoom, an Air Force Thunderbird veteran and executive coach. He's got 5 tips that can help us all this morning. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. How are you doing today?
Wonderful. Thank you for your service and all you put into that. And this excites me because I'm one of those people like you talk about that has a bunch of decisions I'm trying to make, and I try this idea, that idea, but you're telling me you have some tips so that I won't make stupid decisions like I have for the majority of my life.
Absolutely. Yes, sure do. And they apply both in professional and personal life, so we got you covered.
Good. I need to fix my train wreck. So tell me how to get moving forward and making good decisions.
So I think one of the first things to do when we talk about decision making is adding probability into the decision making process. So really when we're talking about adding probability, we're just talking about raising your awareness to all the events that could happen as you go down the road to make decisions. And what that does, that really does 2 things for you, right? That expands your mind and keeps it open, right? So you're not blindsided. And when things do pop up, you're in a better position to be able to course correct and pivot in the event you have to change your decision-making process and go down a different road.
Okay, that makes sense. So now I'm trying to do some math in my head, figure out what the probs are. What else?
So then the very next thing I think that's really important to be aware of is your biases. What do you bring to the table in form of biases? You know, our biases are the things that we carry in our subconscious internally that we get along life, right? Through experiences, impact moments, our environment, our upbringing. So it's the things that kind of start to creep in that we think we know. So they could turn into a prejudgment or a preconceived notion that could affect your decision making. So taking the biases out of the way, looking just at the facts will get you a lot farther down the road.
I was looking at some stuff in the book, and I thought this was very interesting. Limiting my choices. That is huge, because if you got too much on the table, you can't get where you're going.
Absolutely, absolutely. Kind of like when you go to those taco restaurants, right? And look at the menu, like all these choices that you have. So by limiting your choices, that helps you to focus, stay attention-oriented, and just really focus on what you're trying to get to, right? Again, too many choices, just like going to a buffet when you really don't know what you want. It kind of takes you some time and you waffle. But limiting your choices allows you to stay laser-focused and stay on task.
I like that. Remaining objective, you said that's a big deal. Explain to me how that works.
So objective reality versus delusion, right? A lot of times with everything going on, in the absence of information, like we tend to paint our own picture in our mind. So it could be inflated, it could be melodramatic, it could be emotional. So when we take emotion out of the picture and look at things through the lens of objective reality, just the facts, what am I truly dealing with? Then your judgment isn't clouded by emotion. Then you can make a clear, informed, intentional decision.
And with just a few seconds left, tell me the last one so I can get them all.
So the very last one is, so we talked about limiting your choices, your biases, adding probability, and then setting a deadline, right? That's the biggest thing is when we tend to leave an open-ended commitment that gives us the opportunity to just kick the can down the road and really not take action. So we just kind of defer. So when you put yourself a deadline, then you know what you have to back into. So it kind of almost forces you to go down that road and make that decision.
Dr. Smith, thank you for your time this morning. I really appreciate the help. It's always good to get that squared up and in center for me so I can look at it. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Hey, those tips are available for you for better decision making with Dr. Mike Smith. All you need for all that information is visit. All you have to do is go online to John Mattone, M-A-T-T-O-N-E. That's John Mattone. I think I said that wrong. .com. JohnMattone.com. Now, this